Good morning, students. Let's see the topic. Ionic equilibrium. Ionic equilibrium. In that, salt hydrolysis. Today's topic, salt hydrolysis. Before going to discuss about this topic, we need to learn about what is meant by salt here. Okay, salt. So, first of all, neutralization. Neutralization means it is the reaction between an acid and base which gives salt and water. So let's see the example. This is acid and the base undergoes the reaction which gives salt and water. This is the fundamental equation for the preparation of salt. So example, let's see the example. HCl, hydrochloric acid, and the base NaOH, it gives rise to NaCl, sodium chloride, and H2O. Okay, here OH and H, it gives H2O, and NaCl gives rise to NaCl. Clear? Sodium chloride. Clearly, it is a salt. Salt. This one is acid, hydrochloric acid. This one is base. Clear, all of you? Next, hydrolysis means the next topic, hydrolysis. What is meant by hydrolysis means, hydro means water here. This is H2O. It undergoes ionization as H plus and OH minus. Clear? This phenomena is called as hydrolysis. Okay? Clear? So H2O is a pure water. For pure water, this is pure water. Its pH value is 7. That is nothing but of salt. What is the pH of salt? pH of salt is also 7. Am I right? pH of salt is also 7. That means it is nothing but of salt. Am I right? Pure water, its pH is 7. It is nothing but of simply salt nature. Am I right? So now it is H plus. H plus means it is nothing but of acid simply. H plus means acid. OH minus means it is simply base. Clearly, base. It's okay. So now hydrolysis of salt, it gives H plus and OH minus, again acid and base. Clear? So now just assume it is salt, it undergoes hydrolysis, it gives acid and base. Now this is salt which is from acid and base. Okay. Now hydrolysis is the reverse of neutralization. Am I right? Hydrolysis is reverse of neutralization reaction. So hydrolysis is reverse of neutralization reaction. Clear, all of you? So let's see. That is the salt. Undergoes reaction. Okay, it gives acid, let take the example NaCl, where it is plus and minus. What are the ions present in water? H plus and OH minus, am I right? H plus and Cl minus gives HCl, am I right? And here OH minus Na plus NaOH, clear? Clear? Now this is acid, am I right? This is base, clear? Now this is salt, NaCl, this is water. Here water split as H plus and OH minus, am I right? So this is called hydrolysis. Now salt undergoes hydrolysis, it gives acid and base, am I right? Clear? NaCl and H plus OH minus gives acid and base. That means hydrolysis of salt is the reverse of neutralization reaction. In neutralization reaction, acid and base gives salt and water, but where in salt hydrolysis it gives clearly acid and base. In this first case, acid and base gives salt and water, clear? But in this case, salt and water undergoes reaction, again gives acid and base, clear? Everyone? So now hydrolysis of salt is the reverse of neutralization, clearly? Everyone? So remember this. So simple, salt undergoes hydrolysis, okay? It produces acid and base. Remember this. Salt hydrolysis, salt, that means salt undergoes hydrolysis, that means we add water to the salt. So now types of salts. You know how to get salt, am I right? So salt is the reaction between acid and base which gives salt and water, clear? Now we have 4 types of salts. The first one is salt of weak acid and strong base. Salt of weak acid and strong base. Salt of weak acid and strong base. So let's see the example. So give me one example for weak acid. It is clearly acetic acid. Acetic acid is a weak acid, am I right? Weak acid. And what about strong base? Give me one example for strong base, that is NaOH. Clear? This is strong base. Now the reaction between weak acid and strong base. Now what is the expected salt here? So in this CH3COO minus and it is H plus, clearly, okay? Now here in base Na plus OH minus, here H plus and OH minus as H2O, clear? Water. And what we need? Salt. The remaining ions, this is plus, CH3COO minus is the minus, clear? Now combine these two, we get the salt, that is sodium acetate. Sodium acetate, where it is salt, clear? Salt. So here it is CH3COO minus Na plus. Salt, sodium acetate we call it is. Sodium acetate is the salt of weak acid and strong base. Is it clear, students, all of you? It is the salt of weak acid and strong base, okay? Now acetate means CH3COO minus is called as acetate ion. Acetate ion. It's okay? Acetate ion. CH3COO minus is called as acetate ion. So acetic acid, sodium hydroxide. It's clear, all of you? So here OH and here H, eliminated as H2O. Clear? And the next type 2 salt of strong acid and weak base. Strong acid and weak base. Strong acid and weak base. So strong acid means, so HCl is the strong acid, hydrochloric acid is the strong acid, and weak base means ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide is an example for weak base, ammonium hydroxide. So it gives rise to, where it is plus, minus, here it is plus and minus. Clear all of you? So here OH minus and H plus as H2O clearly. And what about this one, NH4 plus Cl minus? This is ammonium chloride. What we call it is ammonium chloride. Ammonium chloride. So now this is salt of strong acid and weak base. Remember this, salt of strong acid and weak base, ammonium chloride. Okay. Next third type is salt of weak acid and weak base. Salt of weak acid and weak base. Salt of weak acid and weak base. So give me one example for weak acid, that is acetic acid, am I right? Acetic acid plus weak base ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide, clear? Gives rise to, here it is minus plus, here it is plus and minus, am I right? So OH minus and H plus as water, eliminated as water, and what are the remaining states? CO minus and H4 plus, clear? So now CH3, COO and H4, ammonium acetate. So now this is salt of weak acid and weak base. Clear all of you? Everyone? Next come to fourth type, salt of strong acid and strong base. Clear? Salt of strong acid and strong base. So give me one example for strong acid. So what it is? HCl, hydrochloric acid. Strong base means NaOH, sodium hydroxide. Clear? So now what about this? Here it is plus and minus. Clear? So Na plus Cl minus NaCl. Clear all of you? And what about OH minus and H plus? Clear, it is H2. So sodium chloride is salt of strong acid and strong base. Clear? Everyone? So these are the four types of salts. Okay? So now first one is salt of weak acid and strong base, and salt of strong acid and weak base, salt of weak acid and weak base, and salt of strong acid and strong base. So clearly what we need here, what is salt and how we get the salt. So that is the salt from acid and base undergoes the chemical reaction, we get salt and water. This is the fundamental reaction. Okay. So again salt reacts with water, it gives acid and base, am I right? So salt hydrolysis is the reverse of neutralization reaction, am I right? Neutralization means acid and base gives salt and water. This reaction is called as neutralization reaction. Okay. Salt hydrolysis is the reverse of neutralization reaction. So what is the neutralization? This one, reverse the reaction. This is a salt. Now it undergoes hydrolysis, means addition of water. It gives again acid and base. Clear all of you? Salt hydrolysis. Hydrolysis means water split as ions. Hydrolysis means water split as H plus and OH minus. This phenomenon is called as hydrolysis. When we add the water to the salt, this water split as H plus and OH minus, and it gives acid and base in the salt. Okay, clear? So let's see the example here. This is NaCl, sodium chloride, which is treated with water, which gives, here what are the ions present here? H plus and OH minus. It gives NaOH, sodium hydroxide and HCl. Clear? So one is acid, another one is base. That means salt undergoes hydrolysis, it gives base and acid. Okay, so now the reaction between acid and base again gives salt and water. Okay, so finally salt hydrolysis means it gives again acid and base. It is the reverse of neutralization reaction. Clear? These are the 4 types of salts from acid and base. Okay, clear all of you? Let's see the definition. Let's see the definition. Salt hydrolysis definition. Salt hydrolysis means when salt undergoes hydrolysis, it gives excess of H plus and OH minus are both in aqueous solutions. In aqueous solution is called salt hydrolysis. When salt undergoes hydrolysis, it gives excess of H plus and OH minus are both in aqueous solution is called salt hydrolysis. Okay, salt hydrolysis. So let's see how it is happened. Okay, so when we add water to the salt, it produces excess of H plus or OH minus are both ions in the water. Okay, so remember that. So let's see, this is the salt. This is the salt, suppose. Now suppose this is NaCl, salt, which consists positive and negative. Salt consists of 2 ions, positively charged. Sodium ion is called as cation. Clear? Sodium ion is cation, where negatively charged species we call it is anions. Remember this, cation means positive, anions means negatively charged species. A salt consists of 2 ions, one is cation, another one is anion. Clear? Now this salt consists, what it is, cation. Let's see the example, Na plus in the salt. And what about anion? Salt consists of anion. What is that anion here? Cl minus, am I right? Cl minus. Now this cation undergoes hydrolysis. That means we add the water, am I right? Clearly. Now what are the ions present in the water? H plus and OH minus are the ions in H2, am I right? Now what is the charge on cation here? Positively charged it is, am I right? Now these positive always attracted towards negatively charged species in water, am I right? So this is the positive, this always attracted towards negatively charged ion, am I right? Now water, which one is the negatively charged ion? Clearly hydroxyl ion. OH minus is called as hydroxyl ion. Now this cation interact with this negatively charged ion, what it gives? Na plus and OH minus. Now this is interact with positive. Why? Because it is positive and negative. So now what it gives? NaOH, which is called base. And what is the remaining one here? H plus in the solution. H plus in the solution. Now it is the base, am I right? So in the solution we have base and also excess H plus, am I right? So excess H plus means the nature of the solution is acidic. If in the solution more H plus are possible, then the nature of the solution is acidic nature. Here it is base. Along with this base, we have excess number of H plus. Clear? So the solution consists more H plus. Clear? This is cation Na plus. It is interact with OH minus of water. Then the remaining ions in the water are H plus. So these are underreacted in the water. Am I right? So in the solution. So now the solution consists excess of H plus. Am I right? Now what is the nature of the solution? Acidic nature. Okay. So remember this. The solution have excess H plus. So it is in acidic nature. Acidic nature. What is the nature of the solution? Acidic nature. When water interact with the cation of the salt, the nature of the solution is acidic nature clearly. Why? Because more H plus are possible. H plus due to the H plus. Due to more H plus. In the solution. Clear all of you? Okay. So for acidic solution, what is the expected pH? For acidic solution, pH value is less than 7. Am I right? pH value is less than 7. That means H plus ion concentration is more than OH minus ion concentration. Am I right? OH means base. Okay, here in the solution we have base also, but H pluses are more. That means H plus ion concentration is more than base. Then we call it is acidic in nature. So pH is less than 7. Clear, all of you? So when cation undergoes hydrolysis, it gives base and excess H plus in the solution. Okay. So now the nature of the solution is acidic nature. Now come to anion. Now add water to this. Now what are the ions present? H plus, OH minus. Am I right? Now this is the negatively charged, this is the positive. Now this negative interact with the positive, it gives HCl. Am I right? HCl. And what about the remaining one? OH minus. Am I right? Now this is acid. Along this acid, the solution consists more OH minus ions. Am I right? More OH minus ions are possible. Am I right? So more OH minus means the solution is basic nature. In basic nature. So the solution is basic nature. Am I right? Clearly. So then what is the expected pH for base? pH is greater than 7. That means OH minus ion concentration is greater than H plus or not? OH minus ion concentration is greater than H plus clearly. So now the anion undergoes hydrolysis. It gives excess of OH minus in the solution clearly. Okay. So that is the definition. When salt undergoes hydrolysis, it gives excess of H plus and OH minus are both in aqueous solution. So in this cation hydrolysis, it gives excess H plus. The nature of the solution is acidic clearly. Now what about anion? It undergoes hydrolysis. Now it gives acid along with excess of OH minus. Okay. Now more OH minus are possible in the solution. Then the nature of the solution is clearly basic solution. So pH of the base is greater than 7. So now OH minus ions are greater than H plus ion concentration clearly. Okay, is it clear all of you? So finally this definition is okay. When salt undergoes hydrolysis, it gives excess of H plus and OH minus are both in the aqueous solution. That phenomena is called as salt hydrolysis clearly. Okay, it's okay ma? So can I rub this? Simple. Salt undergoes hydrolysis, it gives excess of H plus and OH minus. Suppose cation undergoes hydrolysis, it gives more H plus. So nature of the solution is acidic. Suppose anion undergoes hydrolysis, it gives more OH minus along with acid. So that means OH minus ion concentration is very high than H plus ion concentration in the solution. That means pH is more than 7. So the nature of the solution is basic nature, you know already. Okay. Let's see. cationic hydrolysis cations where it is present in the salt. Now that cation undergoes hydrolysis. Okay, in that the first one is complete hydrolysis. Complete hydrolysis of cation of a salt. Complete hydrolysis. Let's see. pH4 plus. pH4 plus. It is called pasponium ion. Pasponium ion. Now this is treated with water. Hydrolysis means we add the water. Okay. Now it gives. What are the ions present in H2O? You know very well, H plus and OH minus, am I right? H plus and OH minus. So now it is H2O. Okay. Now it has 4 hydrogens, am I right? Now it can able to donate the one proton to this H2O. Okay, clear? Now it is a proton acceptor, means it is a base. What it is? It is a base. Why? Because proton acceptor is called as a base according to Bronsted-Lowry acid base theory. Now it is a donor, so we call it is acid, am I right? Acid. So now what are the expected products here? H2O gain one more H plus, now it is H3O plus. Now what we call it is hydronium ion. Clearly. Now what about this one? It is as PH3, paspine. PH3 means paspine, clear? Now this is pasponium ion, like ammonium ion, NH4 plus. It is pasponium ion, okay? Clear? Now this is acid, okay? Now this is a weak base, very weak base. That means unable to accept the proton. If in these two cases, now this is the H3O plus, now it can able to donate the proton actually. H3O plus is able to donate the proton to PH3. But due to the very weak nature, it is unable to accept the H plus. It can able to donate the proton to this compound. Okay, but PH3 is unable to accept H plus from H3O ion, H3O plus, because PH3 is a very weak base, clear? Very weak base. Okay. So there is no backward reaction, am I right? There is no. Suppose it gain H plus again, what happened? It gives PH4 plus again. Now H plus is towards PH3. Now it is PH4 plus and again it is H2, am I right? That means there is no reverse reaction. Is it clear? No reverse reaction. If it accepts the H plus, again it gives PH4 plus and H2O. Clear? That means no reverse reaction. Like this. No reverse reaction. No reverse reaction. Clear all of you? That means only forward reaction only. Forward reaction only. What is forward reaction? Hydrolysis. That means it undergoes complete hydrolysis, am I right? Addition of H2O only called as forward reaction only. There is no reverse reaction. Addition of water is called as hydrolysis here. So only this is called as complete hydrolysis. What we call it is complete hydrolysis. Wait. Suppose it is reversible reaction, it is not a complete reversible hydrolysis reaction. It is only forward. Addition of water, it gives H3O plus and PH3. Clear? So now it is complete hydrolysis. What we call it is complete hydrolysis. This phenomena is called as complete hydrolysis. Is it clear? H3O plus is also equivalent to H plus. Remember this. This is the base. Now this base having excess H plus or not? H plus. Remember this hydronym ion is also called as H plus here. It gives H plus, that means acidic in nature. Now this is the base. Along with this base, the solution consists more H plus, am I right? That means what is the nature of the solution? H plus it produces. Already we discussed cation undergoes hydrolysis, it gives H plus. What is the nature of the solution? Acidic nature. So pH is less than 7. Okay. What is the nature of the solution? Acidic nature. Now it is the complete hydrolysis. Why? Because there is no backward reaction. So for getting the backward, what we need? It need H plus. So from the H3O plus. But due to the weak nature, very weak base nature of the pH3, it is unable to accept the H plus from this hydronym ion. That means there is no reverse reaction. That means the reaction completely in the forward direction only. So that means now salt, this pH4 plus cation undergoes hydrolysis, it produces excess of H plus in the forward direction. That means it is complete hydrolysis we called it is. Okay, remember this. Let's see. And the second one is that cationic hydrolysis. The second one is partial hydrolysis. Due to the hydrolysis, we get the excess of H plus. That is, the solution is acidic nature. Remember this point. Partial hydrolysis. Partial hydrolysis of cation. So this cation from salt, remember that. So let's see, NH4 plus ammonium ion, we add H2O, clear? Now it has excess hydrogen, am I right? So now it can donate the H plus, clear? Proton donor is called as acid, proton acceptor is called as base. Now it gives NH3 and H3O plus. It is equivalent to H plus, am I right? Excess of H plus. Clear, all of you? Everyone? So one more explanation for it. We can also explain this. Now simply the ions present in water, H plus OH minus, am I right? H plus OH minus. Now this is positive and this is a negative. It can move towards NH4 plus. Now what is the expected base? NH4OH. Am I right? Ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide. Now what is the remaining one? H plus. H plus. This is acid or not? H plus, more H plus. Now it is the weak base. Weak base. The first one is pH3 is very weak base. Now it is the weak base, not completely weak base. Remember this. Now in this forward direction, one more possible here. The reaction is possible again towards backward. Why? Because it is a weak base. Remember this point. It is a weak base. Due to the weak nature, it can again able to give H2O and NH4 plus. Okay. Now why? Because it is NH4 plus OH minus. OH minus H plus both are combined, it give again H2O, the remaining one is NH4. Okay. So now partially reversible. What it is? Not completely. Partially reversible. Okay, due to the weak base, not very weak. Okay. So now in this direction only the hydrolysis is partial hydrolysis, not complete. Partial hydrolysis. Why? Because if there is no reversible, it is complete hydrolysis. If it is reversible, It is partially reversible, that means it is partial hydrolysis. It is completely reversible, it is zero hydrolysis. Remember this. Later we will discuss zero hydrolysis. Is it clear? Partial hydrolysis. It is partially reversed means the hydrolysis not completely. That means it is partial hydrolysis. Okay. But it gives H plus. What is the nature of the solution? Acidic nature. So pH is also less than 7. Remember this point. So now come to third one. Third one. This is also very important. Third one. Let's see. Na plus sodium ion undergoes hydrolysis H2O. Now what are the ions present here? H plus and OH minus, am I right? Now it gives, this is plus, it is minus, attracted towards plus, am I right? Now what it gives? NaOH, am I right? NaOH. So it is a strong base, am I right? Sodium hydroxide is a strong base. Sodium hydroxide is a strong base. Now what is the remaining ion here? H plus. H plus. H plus. H plus it produces more H plus. Acidic nature or not? Acidic nature. So now due to this strong base, it is completely reversible. It is completely reversible. Complete reversible. Complete reversible means again it produces H2O. There is no hydrolysis. Hydrolysis means now this water interact with this cation, it produces H plus or OH minus. Am I right? Suppose it is cation, it produces more H plus. But what happened? Due to this strong base, it is completely reversible again. That means it produces H2O again. There is no hydrolysis. There is no H plus again. Completely it produces as products reactants like this, Na plus and H2O. Okay. So there is no forward again. No forward. That means no hydrolysis. Hydrolysis means it produces H plus. So again it is completely reversible. Means that means all H plus again converted as H2O. Is it clear, all of you? So actually hydrolysis means when it is interacting with this cation, it produces H plus or OH minus. Suppose in the case of cation, it produces H plus. Okay. So now it is a strong base. Again it gains this H plus. Again this H plus it gives H2O and Na plus. That means there is no hydrolysis. That means there is no splitting of H plus and OH minus in this case. Am I right? Why? Because it is completely reversible. It produces H2O. But what we need? We need this condition: dissociation of H2O, splitting of H2O. But here formation of H2O takes place again. Okay. That means what we call it is zero hydrolysis. Remember this. Suppose it gives strong base, it is completely reversible. That means it gives again H2O. That there is no H plus OH minus here at this product side. Am I right? Now that means there is no hydrolysis. That means so it is zero hydrolysis. Clear, everyone? So it is completely reversible. Why it is completely reversible? Due to this strong base. That means it gives H2O only. There is no dissociation of H2O as H plus and OH minus. Am I right? So zero hydrolysis. Hydrolysis means it produces H plus. But due to the strong basic nature, it gives again H2O. That means no hydrolysis of. There is no splitting of H2O due to the strong basic nature. So simply we call it as zero hydrolysis. Remember, it is completely hydrolysis and zero hydrolysis, partial hydrolysis. Okay. Let's come to anionic hydrolysis. So the anion which is present in salt undergoes hydrolysis, anionic hydrolysis. Anionic hydrolysis. So what is meant by anionic hydrolysis? So now I would like to take, in that first one is, I would like to take complete anionic hydrolysis. Complete anionic hydrolysis. So now this is complete anionic hydrolysis means the water molecule completely ionizable as H plus or OH minus. Now this is anion, am I right? Hydride ion. In the case of hydrides, the hydrogen process minus, remember that generally hydrogen process positive, that we call it is proton, but in hydrides compounds the hydrogen process negative, remember that, hydride. Now it is interact with water. This is minus means anion, we call it is anion. Now what are the ions present in water? H plus and OH minus, am I right? Now this is minus, now it is attracted towards H plus, minus always towards positive, remember that. Now what it gives? H plus and H minus, it produces H2 molecule, hydrogen molecule. Now what is the remaining one? OH minus, am I right? OH minus means basic nature or not? Now the solution consists more OH minus means it is clearly basic, am I right? Excess OH minus are produced or not? Excess OH minus are produced. This is basic, that means pH value is greater than 7. Basic in nature. So that means anion undergoes hydrolysis, it produces more OH minus in the solution, that means pH is greater than 7. Okay. So now it is complete hydrolysis means, so now it is a very weak acid, very weak acid. H2 is a very weak acid, remember this. Very weak acid. That means there is no reversible. Acid means it can able to donate the proton to the OH minus, am I right? Acid means generally. Now H plus and OH minus gives to H2, am I right? But due to the weak nature, very weak nature, it unable to donate the H plus. That means there is no reversible, no reverse reaction. No reverse reaction. No reverse reaction means there is no H2O again. That means it is completely unusable as H plus and OH minus only. Clear? It's clear, all of you? Only forward reaction only. Only forward. Forward only. Forward means H2O as OH minus and H plus only. Clear? That means it is hydrolysis only. If it is reverse again it gives H2O. But there is no reverse reaction. It is the very weak acidic nature of H2O. So it is called as complete hydrolysis. Weak acid. Weak acid is again no reversible. Okay? Only forward. That means H2O as H plus and OH minus. Okay? Next come to partial hydrolysis. Partial hydrolysis. Let us assume acetate ion CH3CO minus, clear. Now treated with H2O. What are the ions present? H plus and OH minus, am I right? Clear, all of you? This is a negative, this is positive. Negative attracted towards positive, am I right? Now what is the possible ion? Acetic acid, am I right? CH3COOH. Acetic acid is a weak acid, you know. Already we discussed acetic acid is a weak acid. Now what is the remaining one? OH minus. So more OH minus are produced or not? So in the case of anionic hydrolysis, we get OH minus, where in cationic hydrolysis we get H plus. Remember this point? Okay. So partial hydrolysis means it is a weak acid, means it again able to donate H plus partially. That means H plus gain OH minus, it produces H2O. That means reversible or not? So partial reversible takes place. Partially reversible takes place. That means suppose 110 molecules are ionizable, in that 5 molecules are again converted as H2O. But our aim is H2O is completely split as ions. Okay? But here again H2O partially formed, means partial hydrolysis takes place. Partial hydrolysis takes place. So suppose here we have 100 molecules of H2O, in that 10 molecules only hydrolysis as H plus and OH minus. Clear? H plus and OH minus, am I right? This OH minus as product, this H plus interact with acetate ion. Clear? So more OH minus are possible or not? More OH. pH is greater than 7. So due to the weak nature, it is partially reversible. It is very weak, there is no reversible. It is weak. It is very weak and weak. So partially reversible. Again OH and this H plus gives again acetate and H2O. Backward reaction takes place. Okay, that means some H2O molecules are again formed. That means so partially hydrolysis we call it is. Remember this. And third one is very very important. That is zero hydrolysis we call it is. Zero hydrolysis. That means no hydrolysis actually. So let us assume Cl minus chloride ion treated with H2O. It gives, what are the ions present here? H plus OH minus. This is the negative towards positive, am I right? Now what it gives? H plus Cl minus HCl, am I right? Now the remaining one is OH minus, am I right? So excess OH minus are produced or not? This is chloride ion which is called as anion, am I right? So now this is strong acid, you know. Strong acid, cell is the strong acid. Clear? Strong acid easily lose H plus. Easily lose H plus. Again it produces H2 or not? So it is completely reversible. Complete reversible. That means all molecules again, all H2 molecules again formed. Here 100 molecules of H2O gives H plus and OH minus. Again 100 molecules of H plus OH minus gives H2O. So there is no hydrolysis, simply we call it is. No hydrolysis. No hydrolysis. Why? Because the reaction OH minus and H plus again form H2O. Then where the hydrolysis? No hydrolysis we call it is. No hydrolysis means H plus OH minus. Okay? No hydrolysis. That is zero hydrolysis. Okay. This is strong acid. Where in the cationic hydrolysis, Na plus gives NaOH, that is strong base. It is also zero hydrolysis. Strong base and strong acid doesn't involve in hydrolysis, am I right? This is a strong acid, doesn't involve in hydrolysis, am I right? No hydrolysis. Remember this point. In the case of strong nature, there is no hydrolysis, that is zero hydrolysis. In the cationic hydrolysis, I explained with Na plus ion, which gives NaOH, that is also zero hydrolysis, strong base NaOH. Okay? In the case of strong acid and strong base, there is no hydrolysis, very very important. So we have four types of salts. In that, which type of salts are undergoes hydrolysis? Remember this. We have four types of salts. In that, strong acid and strong base salt of, remaining one is weak acid and weak base salt, and third one is they are all salt of strong acid and strong base, salt of weak acid and weak base, and salt of strong acid and weak base. Okay, and strong base and weak acid, strong base and weak acid. These are the four types of salts. So now, which salts undergoes hydrolysis? Remember this very very important point. Which salt, which type of salts undergoes salt hydrolysis? Okay, that answer is salt of weak acid and weak base, and salt of strong acid and weak base. Third one is strong base and weak acid. These three salts only undergoes hydrolysis. Remember this. But next question, which salt does not undergoes salt hydrolysis. Which salt does not undergoes salt hydrolysis, or we call it is zero hydrolysis. Zero hydrolysis means that is answer is salt of strong acid and strong base does not undergoes hydrolysis. We call it is zero hydrolysis. That means no excess H plus or OH minus in aqueous solution. Am I right? No excess H plus OH minus means it is a neutral solution. Clearly, it is a neutral solution, not a acid, not a base. Why? Because if it is more H plus, we call it is acid. If it is more OH minus, we call it is base. No excess H plus OH minus in the solution. That means the solution is neutral solution. In the case of neutral solution, pH value is always 7. Clear? pH value is always 7 for neutral condition. In the case of salt of strong acid and strong base. Okay? There is no excess H plus OH minus. Otherwise, these all salts are undergoes except this one, remaining all are undergoes salt hydrolysis. Okay, is it clear all of you? So why it is happened, I will explain. Suppose in the beaker we pour some salt. Now this is the beaker, am I right? Now this beaker consists some quantity of water. What are the ions present here? H plus and OH minus in the equal quantity. Number of H plus equals number of OH minus. In this case pH equals to how much? 7. Now add NaCl. NaCl is a salt of strong acid and strong base, am I right? It is a salt of strong acid and strong base. Clear? All of you? So in the case of salt of strong acid and strong base, there is no excess and H plus produces, am I right? Clear? So now what is the taste of salt? It is salt in nature. So suppose we take this table salt, keep in water, what is the taste of the salt? It is salt in nature, am I right? That means even we add water, that doesn't change in the taste, am I right? There is no change in the salt nature. That means pH equals 7 or not? 7 only. Okay. So just keep the salt in the water. Is there any change in the taste of the salt? No change. That means there is no excess H plus, no OH minus are produced in the water by adding these NaCl. Clear? So NaCl is a salt. It is always neutral. Why? Because it is salt of strong acid and strong base. Clear? Clear all of you? So now what is the expected pH in this case? 7. That means no hydrolysis. No hydrolysis. We call it is zero hydrolysis. Zero hydrolysis. Clear all of you? I will explain again now why it is zero hydrolysis. So let's see here in this case, the salt of strong acid and strong base, what is the expected pH? 7. Where it is weak acid and weak base, both are weak, am I right? Now in the case of strong acid and weak base, which is dominated? Strong acid is dominated. That means pH value is 7, am I right? pH is greater than 7. So strong base and weak acid, which is dominated? Strong base is the dominated. That means pH is greater than 7, am I right? pH value is greater than strong acid. It is, strong acid and weak base, which is dominated in the solution, strong acid. So for strong acid means pH value is less than 7, am I right? So what is the nature? Acidic nature. What is the nature of this salt? Acidic nature. Why? Because strong acid is the dominated in the solution. Clear? So now salt of strong acid and weak base, which nature? Acidic nature. pH is less than 7. Why? Strong acid is dominated. Come to here, salt of strong base and weak acid, which one is the more dominated? Strong base is the dominated. So pH value is greater than 7 or not? 7. So now what is the nature of the solution? Basic nature, clear? So now weak base and weak base, there is no dominated, that means it is mild acidic or mild basic, okay, just above or just below the 7, sometimes it acts as acidic or basic, okay, just above pH value more than 7, 7.1 basic in nature, 6.9 acidic in nature, okay. So why? Because both are weak in nature. So in between these two conditions, so pH value is less than. Why it is strong? This salt is dominated by strong acid, so pH is less than 7. This salt is dominated by strong base, pH is greater than 7. Remember these 2 points. But in the case of salt of strong base, strong acid and strong base, pH equals 7. So now how it is happened? Due to hydrolysis of salt. Actually salt process pH value is 7, but due to the hydrolysis its pH values are changes, okay, due to salt hydrolysis. So due to this salt hydrolysis, what happened? Excess H plus or OH minus are produced. If it is more excess H plus, it is acidic nature. If more OH minus are presented, it is basic nature. So basic domination means more OH minus are possible than H plus, that means it is basic. Strong acid means H plus ions are dominated, that means acidic nature is possible. Clear? Already we explained cationic anionic hydrolysis, okay. So let's see pH of salt of strong acid and strong base. Why it is pH equals 7? Why it is pH equals 7? I will explain. Now you have clear about this one. Salt is a sodium chloride, its pH is 7. When we keep in water, doesn't change its pH value, doesn't change its taste, Is there any change in the salt taste? Even we add in water, no change. That means pH value is 7. That means no hydrolysis. This is general explanation, okay. pH of a salt of strong acid and strong base. pH of a salt of a strong acid and strong base. So this is a HCl strong acid and strong base means NaOH. Now this 2R gives NaCl, which is called salt of strong acid and strong base. Am I right? Now this is the salt of strong acid, and now how many cations or how many anions are possible here? Now what is the cation? Na plus Cl minus. Am I right? Na plus cation. Now this is anion. Am I right? Now this undergoes hydrolysis, that means addition of water. Now what are the ions present here? H plus and OH minus, am I right? Here it is also H plus and OH minus. So this is positive, now the negative towards positive, am I right? Now what it gives? NaOH. You know very well about NaOH is a strong base. Now what is the remaining ion here? H plus. Am I right? So due to the strong base, now again it is reversible. We already discussed about this. Due to the strong base, NaOH and H plus again gives Na plus and H2O. Am I right? So that means complete reversible or not? What we call it is zero hydrolysis. Again these two are combined gives H2O and Na plus. There is no hydrolysis. If it is hydrolysis, is there any possible? It gives only H plus, but it is completely reversible. That we call it zero hydrolysis. No hydrolysis in this case. in the case of strong base. Now come to here, Cl minus, now it is negative, this negative towards positive, am I right? Now it is HCl, am I right? Strong acid clearly. Now what is the remaining one? OH minus. Now it is a strong acid, means it again combined with OH minus again gives H plus and H2O. That means there is no splitting of H2, am I right? So it is completely reversible, am I right? Reversible. So we call it is zero hydrolysis. In the case of strong base and strong acid, no hydrolysis. It is zero hydrolysis. So now this salt does not in salt hydrolysis. Remember this. Okay, it's clear, students. Okay, we will meet again on tomorrow. So now finally, what is the pH of salt of strong acid and pH? 7. Why? Because it is neutral. Why? Because no excess of H plus or OH minus. Okay, due to salt of strong acid and strong base. Okay, and zero hydrolysis. Zero hydrolysis in cationic and anionic both are. Why? Because both are strong in nature. Okay. Okay, students, if you have any doubt, post that particular point in WhatsApp, I will explain. Okay, very very important concept for JEE. So in chemical equilibrium we have 3 parts. It's a very big lesson. In that, one is molecular equilibrium and the second part is ionic equilibrium. Now the present continue the topic is acids and bases from Arrhenius bases and Lewis acid base theories and Bronsted-Lowry acid bases theories, and these are the continue very very important topic. So we have 2 more classes to finish chemical equilibrium topic. Okay, later I will start hydrogen and its concepts. Okay. So, Monday ready 9:30 telegrana? అదే ఇప్పుడు టైం వచ్చింది చూసుకుని 8:30 to 9:30 దాకా